We're back with some more Clash Royale gameplay. After hitting 10k yesterday, nothing can bring me down. Like I said yesterday, nothing can bring me down. And today I just got back from church and I figured I would get an early video out today because I wanted to focus on other stuff later today. And so yeah, we're gonna play a couple games and I actually had some stuff to talk about today. Which is cool because I haven't for a while. But basically, I went to church today and at church, I saw someone I did not expect to see. In front of me, literally the row right in front of me was a substitute teacher that I used to have in elementary school. And back when I was in elementary school, I was a bad kid. Like I was a troublemaker, you know. I was a mischievous little kid. And I mean, my earliest memory of her obviously was her not liking me because of my mischievous nature, right? Like she didn't fuck with that. Which, you know, she probably had her right to. I was probably annoying as hell. But still, like, it doesn't change the fact that I did not like this lady when I was younger because of that reason. And anyways, like part of me when I saw her, I was like, oh hell no, like not this lady. Yeah, because you know I didn't fuck with her when I was younger. But then I realized, like, you know, I'm in church. I can't just like outwardly be like, you know, I don't like you, because that's obviously against like what I'm trying to do. If you know what I mean. And but like I just remember, like she was like from my perspective, I felt like she was unnecessarily like targeting me in some situations. Like for instance, the biggest thing that ever happened between me and this lady was that there was this kid. Okay, I'm going to punish this, I promise you. There was this kid who a couple days before there was like a little parade. The middle school was having a parade for the elementary school. They did it every year. It was some like dress up as like some ancient character type thing. And I'm gonna get a lock out of this, yeah. And so this kid, during that thing that we had, decided it would be funny if he you know the song like we will rock you. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that. But that song, he decided to replace the rock with the F-bomb, right? So obviously that's a no-go when you're in like 3rd or 4th grade or whatever we were in. Kid was devastated. And I probably should have saved my rocket there because he's about to bring up the craziest balloon push of all time. And I think we're good. I'm back to my next rocket. Oh no, don't kill that, don't kill it. Okay, we're good, I think. Let's need this bowler to die. Yeah, we're good. Dude, this guy's a bomb. Oh my god. But anyway, so he sung that, got in a shit ton of trouble, as you would expect at that age. I'm not gonna do it. And he was devastated from it. Like I remember the next couple days in school, he wasn't speaking at all. Like he was usually like another class clown also, but he wasn't speaking. He was completely quiet. Anyway, so me and my buddy, who we're still actually close friends to this day, which is funny. We were like fucking around with like a quarter. I had a quarter and I was flipping it like this. I don't know, heads and tails, just some shit you did when you were like, you know, 8 or 9 years old, whatever I was. Oh, flying machine. And I was flipping it, and I think he like as a joke took it from me and like pretended to put it in his pocket. And I was like, you know, I was like 9 years old and I just discovered like cursing and it was cool to be like, you know, a badass. And I was like, hey, don't be an ass. Completely mild. I still think that's like, you know, I shouldn't be saying it in a school setting, but like, it wasn't anything crazy. And that's stuff that we've said to each other before, and he wasn't upset by it because we're buddies, you know, we're still close friends. I think I still consider him one of my closest friends. Emilio, if you're watching this is literally about you. And yeah, it was by no means any kind of disrespect. I was just like, you know, hey, you ass, give me my fucking quarterback, buddy. And this kid that got in a shit ton of trouble for saying the F-bomb overheard this, and I guess he was like, oh hell no, like I got like grilled for this shit, and this kid's gonna say it right now, like hell no. And he goes and tells this substitute teacher on me that I said the word ass. And like, you know, she could have done anything. She could have pulled me aside. She could have sent me to the principal's office, which she did. She could have done whatever she wanted, but she decided that she was going to call my mom. And if I don't know, for me personally, the worst punishment that you could have possibly ever given me is calling my mom. Because my mom, you know, she's Eastern European, she don't play. She's gonna beat my ass when I get home. Not literally, don't think my mom beats me. But you know, I didn't want my mom to know about that shit. And I was like, please, anything, you can do anything, bro, just don't tell my mom. And she called my mom. And that's like my earliest impression of her. And I'm still like, bro, why did you have to call my mom? Like, you know that I was like begging you not to tell my mom. All I said was the word ass. And yeah, I was like, so I always, like, every time I had her, I was like, oh, like, you know, I hate this lady. And she sat right in front of me in church, literally right in front of me. And she did not recognize me because this was almost 15 years ago now or whatever. But it's just funny. I'm just like, yeah, this lady has no idea who I am anymore. And, you know, I used to freaking hate her guts. Not that I have anything against her anymore, but, you know, I used to despise this lady for that. And every time I'd have her as a sub, I would get pissed. But yeah, that was that story. So I kind of wanted to say that church, for me, is kind of like the one time of week where my day slows down and I'm like present, which is what I always really appreciated going to mass for. I can like sit there in my thoughts. I'm not distracted by my phone. I'm not distracted by anything. Nothing else matters. You know, I can do whatever I want. Not whatever I want, but I get to think about all the things that are going on. Not necessarily that like I'm upset about, but just like, you know, stuff that's going on that I otherwise wouldn't even be thinking of because I'm on my phone, which is sad. And that's why I really need to like limit my screen time. I've been meaning to, I've been seeing people say that like you're not supposed to get any blue light like 5 hours before bed. I don't know if I could ever do some shit like that. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm so addicted to my phone and like Clash Royale and shit. But like, I want to try at least like a couple hours before bed. Put the phone down, you know, try to stay away from that shit. But anyways, at church, it's like my one time a week that I want to like, I have the time to like sit there, think about my thoughts, and just be in the moment. And the priest that we have at our church is like some older guy. And for some reason, dude, oh my god, the way he does his mass, like he goes through the mass is supposed to be an hour, and we were done in 35 minutes today. The guy just races through the entire thing, and man, like, I was talking to my parents about it after. I was like, damn, this dude goes quick. Like, I don't like that. And my dad's like, yeah, I don't really care. Like, it's fine. I don't know, like, it just completely takes away from like the mass to me if you're rushing through it like that. Like, I don't fuck with that. It kind of like, you know, like I said, it's like my one time in the week where I get to be present, and I would appreciate if I could have my presence, you know, like that I could think. I want to think sometimes, and I feel like him going as quick as he did kind of limited that. But that also kind of brought me to the point that, man, I gotta like also like I can't rely on mass being this only time where I like think. Like I gotta just start doing this shit because I can't rely on like the priest to like, you know. Apparently I can't rely on the priest to like lock me in, right? Anyways, I'm gonna let this wizard lock on because that's our tower with less damage anyway. Or yeah, right? Yeah, we'll level up the damage. We'll go like this. I don't know if he's back to a Mega Knight. He probably is. He's got rocket. All right, we get a little lock. This furnace, bro. This furnace is so annoying. You gotta take this shit out. Don't kill that thing, bro. Please kill it and then kill the furnace. Oh, we killed the furnace. But yeah, like, that kind of brought me to the point that I need to figure out how to slow my week down in more ways than just going to mass. So obviously mass is great, and I get to be there, connect with God and stuff, but that can't be the only way that I like have any kind of, you know, like time for myself that I'm not just like distracted. My life has been so full of distractions, and I know that like, you know, the homily today, what we learned, like what they were actually talking about was pretty valuable in that, because they were talking about like the passage readings were just saying like, you know, you gotta always be ready because like, you know, God, Jesus can come down like whenever, right? Like that. You can't just be like a good person sometimes, or, you know, you can't just be like a person of faith sometimes. You got to be that all the time. And I feel like I definitely am not a, you know, person of strong faith all the time. Like I go through patches Like I'm saying, like right now, I'm not going through that hot of a patch. I've been very distracted recently in my life for like maybe the past year. Maybe honestly since I graduated high school, which is sad. It's a sad thing. And yeah, like I was saying, that I need to. Oh my god, he's selling, but I use my Tesla in the worst time ever. Please, please don't be back for Mega Knight. Holy shit, let me punish this. Barbarians? What? Evil Tesla save me? No. No! Fuck. Okay, hold on. If he does that shit again, I'm winning the game. I promise you I'm winning the game. I'm kind of cooked here. Fuck, dude. But yeah. I guess that was kind of my point, that I wanted to make sure that shit would not happen again. Okay, let's try not to overcommit on this so I can punish him. Let's go like this, let's go like this. And try to log everything here. Okay, we're good. If you rocket my shit, you're cooked. Okay, hold on. I need to cook his ass. I need to cook his ass. I need to cook his ass. Please, 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 please. Barbarians, come down. Okay. Can't touch me. That can't touch my bow. How is he back? Am I cooked? Oh my god, there's no way to touch my Tesla through my fucking light. Please, 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 please kill it. Oh my god, we're on. Oh, he rocketed. Man, and I just wasted. Man, how? What am I playing against, bro? I can't believe I'm gonna lose to this guy. He sucks. Oh, I lost. It's over. I need to get a lock right now. Nah, there's no clutch. Man, what a sour way to end the video. But yeah, we lose to this tit. We lose to tit Bugatti. Yeah, I guess that was kind of my point. But man, I gotta lock in. I haven't been to the gym in so long. Like everything that like keeps me together when I'm like locked in, I don't have that right now. So that's definitely something I need to work on. And I can't just rely on my like one time a week that I go to mass to like be like alive in my life. But hopefully when I finish my medical school application that I'm doing today, I'm dialed in, which I've been kind of telling myself that I'm just waiting to be finished and then I'm dialed in. But yeah, thanks for watching.